Hey YouTube, welcome to another edition of Real Men Get It Done. Today's episode, I want to talk actually about head shaving. And there may be bros that are out there that you may be going through this phase for the very first time. So you want to pick up some tips and tricks, or you may be someone who has done it all. And I want to specifically talk about shaving your head with dry shaving. So you can shave your head with a wet razor and have it all lathered up and shaved. And sometimes when you do that so often, you may develop bumps or some sensitivity. I myself have sensitive skin, so sometimes I have to mix it up and not always use an actual razor to do my head. I will do it with a dry electric razor just to make sure that it's not getting irritated from all the shaving and irritation of just going over my head week to week. So I'm just going to explain the process and then show it as an alternative to actually wet shaving, just to give the bros out there some different tools under their belt to utilize. So you may rotate week to week and say, I'm going to do wet shaving one week and dry shaving the next, just to help you cut down on some of the sensitivity and irritation that can occur from just shaving our heads on a normal basis or on a regular basis. So stay tuned. Real Men Get It Done. This should be a fun and informative. Real Men Get It Done. This should be a fun and informative video to help all of my bros out there. Stay tuned. All right, let's get into it. So here's my setup, my home barbering setup. I am also going to do my beard. I do my hair once a week because I do have sensitive skin. So I don't shave, I don't do my beard, every couple of days, how I know some people can get away with doing that because my skin is so sensitive. So when I talk about shaving on the head, I normally will use, the wet method. So I have videos on this that you can go check out, but this is the generic version of the 5-blade Quattro from Pro Glide from Fusion. I believe that's made by Gillette, but this is the Walmart version of it. So the 5 blades is really good. It cuts down on the irritation because usually it gets the hair from with one swipe once you do it. So this is my normal setup. As I said, from time to time, every few weeks, I like to go away from this and then use the dry shaving method just to cut down on the irritation that can occur. Or if irritation does occur and I want my hair to grow out a little bit, next time I'm going to actually shave it, I'll do the dry shave method just to make sure all that irritation is gone, so I can be prepped and ready a week later to do actually the wet shaving. And I want to specifically actually use clippers. These are all of my Andes. I have one more pair that I'm not using for this method, but again, there's all different kinds. But I want to specifically show you kind of my 3-step process. Yours may end up being 2 steps, but just follow me. Do what works for you. I like to use the clippers because I found that even when you use the dry electric shaver, some of the ones, and I've used several different ones for me in particular, the ones that have like the 3 blades that twirl, or may have the single blade that you can use to shave your face, I still have experienced irritation with those. But it seems that I don't get the irritation when I'm actually using the clippers. So a very similar method that I use for doing a wet shave, I'm still going to do it with the dry shave. So what does that mean? I will first shampoo my hair just to make sure it's nice and fresh, to get any dirt or anything out of it, and it allows it to not have any chemicals to help the shave just be better. So I'm going to wash my hair, then move forward with the first kind of cut. It's just shaving it down or getting the hair as low as possible to be ready to be shaved. Then after that, I will just rinse my head again just to make sure all the little pieces of hair are gone. Then I'll move forward with the dry shave. Now I love both of these. These are my Andes, my T-liner and my Andes cordless. They both cut very close. So as I said, depending on you and how you adjust your clippers, and there's videos on all of that on YouTube about adjusting your clippers to get the sharpest cut. I could use one or the other, but I just like, for my own personal taste, using a combination of both of them depending on which parts of my head that I'm using. And so these are Andes T liner. They have a regular liner is available as well. That's just not a T. It looks just kind of, actually, this is a T as well. It's a normal head that goes on here that isn't shaped like a T. You could use those Andes or work just as fine using the T outliners. These actually initially used to be regular Andes, but I put a T blade on them. It's the exact same machine. It just has a different attachment at the end. So these can be found at your local beauty stores. I'll put this link in the description. You can get it from Amazon as well. And my Andes cordless, which I love these. These are little, but they're mighty. And these is the Motto. I have this in the link of the description too, Motto D8. But again, I have these both adjusted to cut pretty close. And I just love using a combination of both of them when I'm doing my dry shaving. So that will be my setup that I'll show you and show you the end result. That I will wash my hair, move forward with actually cutting it down, getting it nice, just as I would with the wet shave. And then at the very end, you always want to make sure you're having some post-shave balm on your head to make sure that it is clean and helps it so it doesn't have any irritation when it's all said and done. And then this is my beard oil that I just made actually earlier today. And it's good to be used on your beard, your hair, your skin in general. So I'll put some of that on my head as well, just to kind of complete everything. But this should be a quick, fun video. Just giving you some tips, some tricks, and some tools to use for my fellows who shave their heads. And if you suffer from any irritation, this will be a good fit for you. Or if you just want to mix it up from time to time, this is also a good look for you. So stay tuned. I'm going to speed it up and show you guys my process. Real men get it done. All right, so the first phase is done. I have it all low. You can still see, hopefully the video is able to see it, but there's still, small pieces of hair, of course, because the first clipper is only going to go so far. It's not meant to be a close shave like these two. So it's really just getting most of the hair off. And this is the one time that I wanted to pause the video to say, I think it's okay, or I know it's okay because I've been doing it for years. This is actually when it's okay to go against the grain. As you see, I wasn't going towards the grain as you would with a normal shaving. When you're doing this method, it's okay to go against the grain so that you're getting the closest shave. And I usually don't get any irritation whatsoever. So again, take baby steps. If you're doing this for the first time, try it out. But ultimately, what the biggest thing that I've learned from doing my own head over the years, whether it's cutting it to when I lost my hair to shaving it to doing my beard, is that you end up having to find what works for you. So picking up tips and tricks along the way just gives you ideas to try to see what's going to work best for you as you move forward. Okay, step 2 complete. As I said, went over first time, this time, I have these tuned so well. As I said, I'm pretty much done. But for me, I wouldn't even get a closer shave. So that's why I'm moving on to these, because I have these tuned even finer. The thing about having these tuned, and as I said, there's a lot of videos on YouTube, but if you tune them too much, and by that I mean if your blade underneath goes above the blade that's at the top, then that's when you can get burns, that's when you can get marks, and sometimes even these, if they're on certain kids, and I've used them before, they've been a little too sharp. So you just have to know your tools that you're using. For my skin, it's just perfect. So it's guided now down to a really close shave, but I like to use this to even get up closer. And once I use a combination, as I said, of both of these, then I'll be done. And go ahead and add my post-shave balm, which is the Nivea post-shave balm, and put a little bit of oil on my head just to make sure it's conditioned and it can heal overnight.